Toyota just dropped a pickup truck that costs $13,000. I'm not exaggerating. $13,000. That's less than a used Civic with 90,000 miles on it. And while every other truck maker on the planet is out here charging you $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for an electric pickup that depreciates faster than a banana on a dashboard, Toyota just walked into the room and flipped the entire table over. But here's the thing. The real story is way bigger than a cheap truck. Because Toyota isn't just building a budget pickup. They're building an electric empire around it. And by the time you see what's actually coming, you're going to understand why Ford, Rivian, and Tesla should all be losing sleep right now. This is Shadow Signal, and today we're breaking down the truck that broke the internet, the electric Hilux that nobody saw coming, and the 5 reasons every EV rival should be genuinely terrified. Stick around for number 1 because it has nothing to do with the truck itself, and it changes everything. So let's talk about what went viral. A $13,000 Toyota pickup truck. And yes, it's real. It's called the Toyota Hilux Champ. It launched in Thailand in late 2023. Starts at 459,000 Thai baht. That converts to roughly $13,000 US for a brand new Toyota pickup truck. Let me say that again, $13,000 for a brand new Toyota. Meanwhile, a base model Ford Maverick starts at around $25,000, and that's considered the affordable truck in America. The cheapest F-150 Lightning? That's $55,000. The Cybertruck? Over $80,000 for the version most people actually want. And here's Toyota selling a pickup for less than most people's down payment. But here's the kicker. The Hilux Champ is just the appetizer, because while everyone was sharing headlines about a $13,000 truck, Toyota quietly unveiled something way more important. Something that actually has the EV industry sweating. In November 2025, Toyota dropped a bomb in Bangkok, the 9th generation Toyota Hilux, a complete redesign from the ground up. New exterior, new interior, new everything, and for the first time in the Hilux's 57-year history, a fully electric version, the Hilux BEV. I'm serious, the most legendary pickup truck on the planet. The truck that Top Gear literally tried to kill by drowning it in the ocean, dropping a building on it, and setting it on fire. And it still started. That truck is now electric. The design is aggressive, it's angular, and it looks like the Land Cruiser and the Tacoma had a baby that went to military school. The front end on the EV version drops the traditional grille entirely for this smooth, aerodynamic face with slim LED headlights connected by a bar that spells out Toyota across the front. It's clean. It's modern, and if you see this thing in your rearview mirror, you don't just move over. You pull out your phone and Google what it is because you've never seen anything like it. The side profile is wide and planted, dedicated alloy wheels for the EV model, new side steps built right into the body, and around back, massive debossed Toyota lettering across the tailgate. It looks like it was designed for people who actually use their trucks, not for people who park them at Whole Foods. Okay, deep breath. Let's be honest about the $13,000 number, because I respect you too much to just let clickbait slide without context. The $13,000 Hilux Champ is a gas-powered, bare-bones work truck sold exclusively in Thailand. Single cab, crank windows, no infotainment screen, no climate control. A fan. Literally a fan blows air at you. It runs a 2.0-liter gas engine with a 5-speed manual. It's designed for farmers and fleet operators in Southeast Asia. Is it coming to America? No. It doesn't meet U.S. safety standards, doesn't meet emission standards, and there's a 25% tariff called the chicken tax that would jack up the price the second it touched American soil. So if someone told you a $13,000 electric Toyota pickup is hitting your local dealer, they lied. But here's why that doesn't matter. Because the electric Hilux that is coming, that's the real story. And it's way more interesting than a cheap work truck with a fan for air conditioning. Let's talk about what the Hilux BEV actually brings to the fight. Dual electric motors, one on each axle. Permanent all-wheel drive with no traditional transfer case. The front motor puts out 151 pound-feet of torque. The rear puts out 198. Combined, you're looking at about 349 pound-feet and 193 horsepower. Now I know what you're thinking. 193 horsepower? That's it? My lawnmower has more ambition than that, and yeah, compared to the 600 horsepower Cybertruck or the 580 horsepower Lightning, it sounds weak. But Toyota isn't trying to win a drag race here. They're doing something smarter. Way smarter. But I'll get to that. The battery is a 59.2 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion pack mounted under the floor between the frame rails. Range? About 150 miles on the WLTP cycle for mixed driving. up to 236 miles in urban conditions. And here's a number that matters for the people who actually work with trucks, up to 159 miles in off-road conditions. DC fast charging tops out at 150 kilowatts. You can go from 10% to 80% in about 30 minutes. Payload is 1,576 pounds. Towing capacity is 3,527 pounds. Ground clearance is 8.3 inches. And the wading depth, 27.5 inches, same as the diesel version. Toyota didn't compromise the truck's off-road DNA just because they stuck a battery in it. And that's when, okay, deep breath, we need to open the door and look inside. Dual 12.3-inch screens, one for the digital instrument cluster, one for infotainment. The interior takes cues from the new Land Cruiser. Physical buttons everywhere, because Toyota actually understands that you shouldn't have to swipe through 3 menus to turn on your heated seats while driving on a dirt road. Wireless charging, USB-C ports, and a shift-by-wire selector that feels genuinely modern. It's not a Rolls-Royce inside, but it's a truck. It's supposed to get dirty. And it does it while looking 10 years ahead of the outgoing model. Now here's where I have to keep it real with you because nobody else is talking about this part. The Hilux BEV is not coming to America. I'm serious. Toyota sells the Tacoma in North America and the Hilux everywhere else. There is no electric Tacoma. The Hilux BEV launches in Europe starting April 2026. Thailand got it in December 2025. Australia gets it in early 2026. America gets nothing. Why? The chicken tax adds 25% to any imported light truck. Toyota would be competing with its own Tacoma, and the current U.S. administration has pulled back on EV incentives. The range is also modest. 150 miles on the combined cycle is not going to impress anyone used to seeing 300-plus mile numbers from the Lightning or the Cybertruck. Toyota knows this. They're not targeting road trippers or suburban commuters. They're targeting fleet operators, mining companies, and urban tradespeople who drive fixed routes and can charge overnight. Toyota is literally running a pilot program with mining giant BHP in Western Australia right now. And the towing and payload numbers take a hit compared to the diesel. The diesel Hilux tows 7,716 pounds. The EV tows 3,527. That's less than half. Payload drops from 2,205 pounds to 1,576. If you're hauling heavy, the diesel is still your truck. So is the electric Hilux perfect? No. Is it the $13,000 electric dream truck the internet promised? Absolutely not. But here's the thing. None of that matters. Because the real threat isn't this specific truck. The real threat is what it represents. And that's where it gets scary for the competition. Reason number 5. Toyota's global footprint is unmatched. The Hilux sells in over 180 countries. Over 27 million units sold since 1968. It's the best-selling pickup truck outside of North America, and it isn't even close. Ford can sell 1 million F-150s a year in the US. Cool. Toyota sells the Hilux on every continent except Antarctica. And now every single one of those markets has access to an electric version. That's not a product launch. That's a global invasion. Reason number 4, the price will be aggressive. Toyota hasn't officially released pricing yet, but based on UK estimates, the Hilux BEV is expected to land slightly above the current hybrid model at around $53,000. Sounds expensive until you compare it. The cheapest F-150 Lightning is $55,000. The Rivian R1T starts at $78,000. The Cybertruck starts at $80,000 for the dual motor, and a GMC Sierra EV that'll run you over $62,000. Toyota is about to offer an electric pickup at a price point that undercuts almost every American EV truck, and it comes with Toyota's legendary reliability and a 10-year warranty. Bro, I can't even get a 10-year warranty on my toaster. Reason number 3, the indestructible reputation. This is huge. The number one reason people don't buy electric trucks isn't range. It isn't charging speed. It's trust. People don't trust that an EV can handle real work, that it can survive job sites, mud, water, and abuse. Every other electric truck is made by either a startup with no track record or a legacy brand that's never had to prove its truck is tough. Toyota's Hilux survived being dropped off a building on live television. It fought in actual wars. It drove to both poles. That reputation alone sells trucks. And now that reputation has a battery in it. Rivian can't buy that kind of credibility. Tesla definitely can't. Reason number 2, the multi-pathway strategy is actually genius. Everyone laughed at Toyota for years. They said Toyota was behind on EVs. They said hydrogen was a dead end. Well, look at the new Hilux lineup. Diesel, 48-volt mild hybrid, full battery electric, and in 2028, hydrogen fuel cell. 4 powertrains in one truck. Toyota isn't betting on one technology. They're offering every technology and letting the market decide. That's not being behind. That's being smart. While Ford is canceling Lightning production runs and Rivian is laying off workers, Toyota is selling trucks in 180 countries with whatever powertrain each market actually needs. It's devastating. But here's the kicker. Reason number one, this isn't about the Hilux, it's about the Tacoma. Everything Toyota learns from the Hilux BEV feeds directly into what comes next. An electric Tacoma. Toyota already showed a shadowy silhouette of an electric pickup at their European media event. They've invested billions in a battery megasite in North Carolina, 1,870 acres with 14 production lines. They're building EV infrastructure at their Kentucky plant. The pieces are all there. The Hilux BEV is the test run. It's Toyota proving the technology in real-world conditions across dozens of markets before they bring it home. When an electric Tacoma hits American dealerships, and it won't be a rushed first attempt. It'll be a refined, battle-tested product backed by the most trusted name in trucks. And it'll land in a market where the F-150 Lightning sales dropped 17% year over year, Cybertruck sales cratered 62% in a single quarter, and Rivian is selling fewer than 700 trucks a month. I'm not saying the Hilux BEV will destroy American EV trucks. I'm saying the electric Tacoma that's coming after it might. And here's the twist nobody is talking about. The truck that should be most scared right now isn't the Cybertruck. It isn't the Lightning. It's the gas-powered Tacoma. Think about it. Toyota now has a proven electric truck platform. They have battery factories going up. They have global data from the Hilux BEV. The moment an electric Tacoma arrives at a competitive price, with Toyota reliability behind it, it doesn't just threaten other EV trucks. It threatens every gas-powered midsize truck on the market. The Colorado, the Frontier, the Ranger, and yes, even Toyota's own Tacoma. That's the real disruption. Not a $13,000 truck in Thailand, not a 150-mile range fleet vehicle in Europe. The real disruption is Toyota building the bridge between the most trusted truck brand on earth and the electric future, and doing it slowly, carefully, and strategically while everyone else is bleeding cash trying to figure it out. It's the most Toyota thing Toyota has ever done, and it's terrifying. So be honest with me, would you buy an electric Toyota pickup if it came to North America with that legendary Hilux toughness? Or are you sticking with gas until they pry the fuel pump from your cold, dead hands? Drop your answer in the comments because I genuinely want to know. Smash that like button if this video made you rethink Toyota even a little bit. Subscribe if you want to be here when I cover the electric Tacoma the moment it breaks, because it's coming. And when it does, it's going to be a bloodbath. I'm out. Peace.